Hi everyone. Today I thought you should know that sleep, a good night's sleep, is probably the best and the cheapest medicine you could ever find. I think intuitively we all know how important sleep is. But now research actually back it up. In the last 20 years, scientific studies have finally shed some light on the purpose of sleep. Now we know that sleep plays a major role in regulating our heart rate, our blood pressure, our blood sugar level, our immunity, our memory, our sports performance, and yes, for some of us, also play a role in our weight gain. So sleep is actually a very active process for our brain and also for our body. It's a very restorative process. And if you're interested in learning more about sleep, I recommend you to go back to some of the posts that I put up back in, I think, March or April 2019. But today, let's talk about sleep loss and weight gain. So now we have studies that show that the subjects who slept 4.5 hours a night actually consumed 400 calories more the next day versus those nights that they slept 8.5 hours, 8.5 hours. So now we actually also know what happens when we don't sleep enough. So if you sleep 4 to 5 hours a night, your body actually decreases this hormone called leptin. Leptin is the hormone that signals your brain that you are full, while at the same time, your body would increases this hormone called ghrelin, which is a hunger hormone, which means if you don't sleep enough, the next day, not only do you want to eat, that you feel hungry a lot easier, but at the same time, when you do eat, you don't really get full. Now, when you don't sleep enough, your brain also secretes a chemical that would triggers your desire to snack. And not just to snack on, say, broccoli or cauliflower, that chemical would triggers you to snack on salty food, high sugary food, and high carbohydrate food. Lack of sleep also triggers the stress system, the stress hormone called cortisol, and cortisol has a huge effect on, you guess it right, your gut microbiome, those gut bacteria. It actually increases the bad one and it affects your ability to absorb the nutrient. So now you can see that lack of sleep can actually affect, your weight or your ability to lose weight if that is what you are planning to do or that's what you're doing. Now, there are many, many things that you could actually try to help to improve sleep. And it starts the first thing in the morning. The first thing in the morning, you want to expose your eyes to natural daylight. That will help your brain to get aligned with the circadian rhythm inside your body. And as the day goes, like we mentioned before, caffeine. You want to limit your caffeine intake ideally by 10 a.m. in the morning, but definitely no later than 2 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. So if you consume a caffeinated drink at, say, 4 p.m., by 9-10 p.m., there's still a good half amount of caffeine in your body, and it's going to affect your ability to fall asleep. So that's during the day, and as the day goes, you do the opposite, right? By 4 to 5 p.m., if you're going to go outside, it is the time to bust out your coolest looking shades because now you want to actually signal the brain sunset is about to come, is about to get sleepy. Okay, so that also imply ideally try to limit using your phone, using your computer, using your iPad, other smart devices, ideally at least 1 hour before bedtime, but sooner, or if you have a larger gap, the better. There's also a relationship between your gut and sleep, and it is a bi-directional relationship. You want to consume your dinner ideally 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime so that your body can, focus on getting into sleep and not so much into digesting your food. Also, for dinner time, you want to consume something that is lighter, and you may also consider consuming more complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, brown rice, even oat. Those complex fibers can actually help to secrete hormones like serotonin that is really calming to your body and would help your body to wind down and get into sleep. There are actually a lot more different strategies or what we call sleep hygiene as far as trying to get a good night's sleep, which we all trying to do these days. And so go back to some of my older posts and have a read. This is what I have today. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you will come back next time for more Thought You Should Know. Sweet dreams tonight. Bye.